This week we bring you all the action from the final nights of the DROOPYS Golden Stud Champion Unraced Sprint from Dundalk and the Donal O'Reilly Easter Cup from Shelbourne Park, along with the nominations for the 2005 Greyhound Awards. Last Friday night saw the final of the DROOPYS Golden Stud Champion Unraced at Dundalk Stadium with a winner's purse of €10,000. After his 4-length win in the semi-finals, the Ollie Bray-trained Mango Tango went to Traps, the 4-7 favourite. But first we join Ian Fortune for the consolation final.
The runners now in Traps. In 1, Lakeside Paddy. Trap 2 is Storytales. In 3, Ricard de James. 4 is Droopy's Top Man. 5, Cathundadino. And 6 is Hutzpah. They're now coming up behind the boxes. The Greyhounds all set. And away they go and fast into stride. Number 3, Ricard de James on the inside. Number 2, Storytales. Now number 6, Hutzpah getting running. Into the bend is number 6, Hutzpah leads by a length to 2, Storytales. Then comes Trap 4, Droopy's Top Man, the favourite. 5, Cathundadino. He's back in 5th with a lot of work to do, but it's 6, Hutzpah leads up the home straight and staying on strongly. Number 6, Hutzpah goes on to win it. Second, number 2, Storytales. Close for third, but 5 got there to Thundadino. But no doubt about the winner in fine style was number 6, Hutzpah. And the result of the consolation final of the DROOPYS Golds at Stud Champion Unraced. First was Trap number 6, Hutzpah. Second, number 2, Storytales. And third, number 5, Cathundadino. The winning time was 21:66. Well, Brian and Lawrence, it's always disappointing to fall at the final hurdle, but I suppose consolation tonight, winning the consolation final. Hutzpah, a real nice dog, Brian.
Yeah, so we were very pleased with him. He won out of Trap 6, and it's great consolation, absolutely.
He's a dog with good gears, and no doubt he'll stay further, and he's certainly bred to.
He's bred to, he's very well bred. He's out of King Craig Brindle and Larkill Joe, so hopefully he should go on. There's no reason. He's young, he's only 19 months. With a bit of luck if he stays sound.
Now, I know there was a few quid for him tonight in the veterinary, Lara. Were you on?
I back him all the time, so it's not a good habit to do that, but tonight I had a few pound on him.
A good dog to train?
A lovely dog, a very nice temperament, and he does everything right. So it's good to see him win tonight.
And now on to the feature here at Dundalk, the final of the DROOPYS Golds at Stud Champion Unraced. Winner 10 Brandon Trophy. In 1, Springwell Bunny. 2, Lug Hill Pearl. 3, Express Route. In 4, the red hot favourite Mango Tango. 5 is Tipperary Star. And in 6, Droopy's Petrov. Well, they're now well on the way. The favourite in Trap 4, Mango Tango. Up behind the boxes now, and away they go, and fast in the stride was number 3, Express Route. 4, Mango Tango took a bump, but he's now in second. It's 3, Express Route, 4, Mango Tango, 1, Springwell Bunny, but into the bend, and 3, Express Route leads for Owen McKenna, but here comes 4, Mango Tango on the wide outside. Into the home straight is 3, Express Route, 4, Mango Tango finishing down fastest on the near side, coming to the line, and 4, Mango Tango goes on to win in the style of a serious greyhound. Second was number 3, Express Route, then came 6, Droopy's Petrov, but the winner was 4, Mango Tango in real style. And the result of the DROOPYS Golds at Stud Champion Unraced, the winner in real style was 4, Mango Tango. Second, number 3, Express Route, and back in third was 6, Droopy's Petrov, and the winning time of very decent 21:49. Well, Mango Tango's after leaving us, and no doubt that he's a dog with serious potential. And Ollie Bray, you've had a classic winner in the past. Well, bypass by won a derby. This fella, he must be nearly up there. He really is serious.
Yeah, he looks a really good dog now. He's done it the hard way tonight. I thought when the 3 dog McKenna's let us down, we're in trouble, but he proved he can run a bit.
And even to the escape, he was going further and further clear.
There's no doubt now he'll get 5-5 maybe further.
And now what's the plan?
And that's the 10 marker, Ian. That's the 10 marker. The phone has been hopping all week now, and the pressure was on tonight, to stick it out for the final, so we'll sleep on it tonight.
Anyway, the ultimate decision in the end goes down to yourself, yeah. Mango Tango, you've had this dog from an early stage, I believe, and I think you knew early it was a decent one.
That's right, Ian, we did, yeah. We passed him on to Ollie there, and Ollie done a tremendous job with him. Come down here the first night, done it the hard way out of Trap 1. We put a few quid down, and we duly obliged, duly collected out of Trap 1. We Cheltenham week, but we still got enough. We got what we wanted on anyway, so we done very well out of it. Second week then he was drawn 6. Hard one again, and run brilliant, missed kicking, showed tremendous pace, and was beating a neck last week. Then again out of Trap 6, ran superb, out and gone, showed fierce pace. But once again it's down to this man here, Ollie Bray's out on his own, and tonight you've seen he's done the hard way.
Well, the one thing about you're a sportsman, you enjoy a bet. Will you hold on to him?
Well, as I say, as Ollie said there, the phone has been hopping all week. There has been a lot of pressure on us, but we stuck it out, and as I say, we'll give us a couple of days to think about what we're going to do with this guy, because Ollie thinks a bit about him, So
for tonight, you'll celebrate.
Absolutely.
time really flies in the greyhound game, and once again it's that time of the year where we award the greyhound stars that lit up the tracks in the past 12 months. As always, there was one award given in advance, and that was to Brood Bitch of the Year, and there was certainly a worthy recipient in the shape of Little Diamond UK, a daughter of Spire Nikita and Camelot Katie. Her most noted produce during 2005 were the little brothers DROOPYS Marco and DROOPYS Maldini. Marco won the Scottish Derby and finished behind Maldini in both the Champion Stakes and the Irish Derby. Maldini, apart from winning the Champion Stakes, also won the International at Dundalk and was a hot favourite for the Irish Derby, where he finished second. Other winners for Little Diamond UK were DROOPYS Scolari, DROOPYS Casino, DROOPYS Sella and DROOPYS Natasha. And now on to nominations for Dog of the Year. First we have DROOPYS Maldini, who of course finished second in the Paddy Power Derby for the second year running. He also did the Boyle Sports double, winning the International at Dundalk, and the highlight, the Champion Stakes at Shelbourne Park.
It's DROOPYS Maldini onto the final bend. He's 6 clear of his little brother DROOPYS Marco. One disguise is challenging for second, and up the straight, DROOPYS Maldini has done it. He got his break tonight, and he has powered home an impressive winner.
He said so as our second nomination, and of course he was a model of consistency all year. In the early stages, he ran up the Kerry Agribusiness St Leger at Limerick. Of course, the highlight was winning the Paddy Power Irish Derby at Shelbourne Park in September.
Closing the gap, but it's he said so out front. He's not going to be caught. Timmy O'Donovan and Jimmy Hennessy are going to win the Derby, and Big Nick O'Donovan from Castle has bred him. It's he said so, the winner of the Derby.
Next we have TYRUR Ted, who was the early season star, having won the Tote Gold Cup in runaway fashion. He then finished second in the Donald Riley Easter Cup, and he bounced back at season's end to win the Cashman's Laurels.
But here comes TYRUR Ted, down into the third bend, it's Goblet of Fire, but TYRUR Ted now looming large on the outside, and TYRUR Ted hits the front in the Irish Laurels decider. He's quickly gone 3 or 4 lengths clear. 6 TYRUR Ted, he's won the Classic, he so richly deserves. Up to the line, 6 TYRUR Ted, he wins it by a mile. A brilliant winner of the Cashman's Bookmakers Irish Laurels for 2005.
And now on to nominations for Bitch of the Year. The first nominee is Cal's Tonic, who had a hugely consistent campaign. She won the Golden Muzzle at Limerick on New Year's Day and later landed the MD Betting Champion Stakes at Newbridge.
But here comes 5 Cal's Tonic, bridging the gap into the third bend. There's 2 Coulivanny Beck with 5 Cal's Tonic closing in second spot. Now the length down to a lead. Coulivanny Beck and 5 Cal's Tonic pouncing on the inside up the home straight. Number 5 Cal's Tonic runs out a very impressive winner.
Next we have Golf Crazy, who started off by winning the Kieran Deneen Memorial and then moved up in grade to compete a grade double, winning both the Cork Airport Munster Oaks and the JP Moran Newbridge Oaks.
But it's down to the third corner, and 1 Golf Crazy leads by 3 lengths. Number 6 Droopy Stacey closing the gap with each stride. She checks at that point, so does 4 Mama Tina, and it's 1 Golf Crazy leads around the final bend from number 6 Droopy Stacey up to the line. Number 1 Golf Crazy goes on to win it.
The final nomination is Graceland's Pixie, who had a light racing campaign but displayed huge class when winning the Sporting Press Irish Oaks in what was to prove her last outing on the track.
Noel's Magico in front, but here comes Graceland's Pixie challenging on the inside into the third bend. Will she get through? She squeezes through, and Graceland's Pixie takes it up from Noel's Magico. Turning for home, the 2 of them are clear of the remainder, and it's Graceland's Pixie out front. Noel's Magico is battling back, but Graceland's Pixie takes it.
And now on to the speedsters and the nominations for Sprinter of the Year. First we have Mabel's Dilemma, who won 11 of his 14 races in 2005 and was outstanding in winning the Bar 1 Racing Irish Sprint Cup in record-breaking fashion around Dundalk.
And away they go, Mabel's Dilemma off to a modern start. It's 4 Goblet of Fire, but now 3 Mabel's Dilemma showing unbelievable pace to the bend. Number 3 Mabel's Dilemma goes 3 clear of 5 Agassiz Ace. Then comes 4 Goblet of Fire. Agassiz Ace balked at that point, but it's 3 Mabel's Dilemma leads as they turn for home in second. Number 4 Goblet of Fire, but up to the line. Number 3 Mabel's Dilemma wins it, going on in style to win this one easy enough.
Next we have Shaw Cross, who proved himself a sprinter of the highest quality when outpacing his rivals to capture the valuable Guinness Fair Warrior Sprint over Mullingar's 400 yards.
So away they go. Joe the dog away very well on the inside. 3, Lurgan Matt showing some nice early zip. 2's a nice pitch along the rail. Mary Droopys. Here's 1, Joe the dog with a sweet run. Oh, there's been loads of argy-bargy around the first couple of bends. And 4, Shaw Cross. He cut the corner beautifully. He leads by 2 from 3, Lurgan Matt, giving heavy chase in second, and 6, Castle back in third. But Shaw Cross for Michael O'Donovan. He wins the 2005 Guinness Fair Warrior in tremendous style.
And finally we have Staley Vegas, who was another real model of consistency. He won 12 of his 17 sprints, including the Kudos Super Sprint at Cork and the Peggy Kelly's Island Bridge Sprint at Harold's Cross.
The favourites in 3, the hair behind the boxes, away to go, he's out to a flyer. It's number 3, Staley Vegas, leads up from 5 on the outside, Mixed Messenger, 2 on the inside, Joe the dog, but into the bend is number 3 out front. That's Staley Vegas, leads from 5, Mixed Messenger in second, number 6, Blue Manhattan is third, but up the straight is number 3, Staley Vegas, being challenged but not going to be caught. Number 3, Staley Vegas, another very impressive performance from David Partington's dog.
The final category is for marathon runners, and the first nomination is Brown Eyes Blue. She ran up the Vodafone Corncucullen at Harold's Cross, and she also won the Irish Examiner International at Clonmel.
Second bend from home, it's Brown Eyes Blue, ahead by 6 to 8 lengths off the final bend. This is a very good performance. Brown Eyes Blue coming home alone, followed home by Group Champ. It's close for third.
Next we have the 8 Wonder. He ended the year by winning the Cambridgeshire at Limerick, but his big night had come earlier in the year when leading home kennel companion Brown Eyes Blue in the Vodafone Corncucullen.
But it's 4, the 8 Wonder. Here comes number 3, Brown Eyes Blue. The favourite won't be winning tonight. It's 4, the 8 Wonder. 2 or 3, Brown Eyes Blue is closing, but 4, the 8 Wonder leads up to the line. Number 4, the 8 Wonder. A big shock here. A 1-2 for Paul Hennessy.
Our final contender is DROOPY's DESAILLY, who did most of his racing in the UK, but travelled over to Shelbourne Park in October to claim the IGB National 750.
Hard rumble out front, but DROOPY's DESAILLY now in second and closing rapidly into the 5th bend. This looks ominous. It's 5 Hard Rumble, the favourite in front, but 2 DROOPY's DESAILLY challenging. Glenn Cole running a big race also in third. Turning for home, it's Hard Rumble, but here comes DROOPY's DESAILLY, and Graham Abel's dog goes on to win it. Number 2, DROOPY's DESAILLY, the winner for England.
So there you have it. We've seen the nominations for the 4 awards, which will be presented at the National Greyhound Awards Gala in the Cateen Hotel Kildare on Sunday, May 7th. It promises to be a cracking night, and we'll learn the identity of the 4 champions.
Racing at Shelbourne Park last Saturday night was once again right out of the top drawer, as a Hain Lad and Roisin's Desi went to traps in the €80,000 Dun O'Reilly Easter Cup, vying for favouritism after their powerful performance in the semi-finals last week. And on the night, a member of the Sri Lanka Trust Fund, Ray Dowling, made a pit stop at Shelbourne on his way home after a visit to Sri Lanka and gave us a progress report on the Shelbourne village, which is near completion thanks to the money raised at Greyhound Stadium throughout Ireland last year.
Well, last year, after the money was raised here in Shelbourne, 414,000 was raised here in one evening. We travelled to Sri Lanka 9 weeks after the tsunami happened, and we laid our first blocks on the foundations on the 26th of February to build 32 houses in the Shelbourne village. And we decided at that stage we'd go out in 12 months and have a look at the progress, see how the village progressed. And this time we've just returned this week. There's 32 houses finished, and the photographs paint 1,000 pictures. There's 100 houses in total within the village, 32 of which have been built by Shelbourne Park.
But the fundraising money also built some boats as well, is that right?
There's 1,007 boats, and each boat is a 19-foot fishing boat. It'll accommodate 3 people to fish. They get an outboard motor, kerosene engine, they get a net, and there's about 880 boats already manufactured and in the water at this stage. So it's gone down pretty well.
And of course, a great friend of the Greyhound fraternity, Chandra Mondruella, was the instigator of the benefit night held at Shelbourne Park in aid of the tsunami disaster. And next month he, along with Tony Fahey, will be inducted into the Hall of Fame at the National Greyhound Awards Gala evening. And now onto the night's racing, and we join Michael Fortune for the consolation final of the Donal Riley Easter Cup, where the Keely McGee trained Dustin Fox went to traps the 4-6 favourite.
The consolation Donal Riley Easter Cup in 1 Tara Kitten, 2 Tuller Rumble, 3 Born Supremacy, 4 Smart Teddy, 5 Dustin Fox, and then 6 Westmead Eagle. The favourite is 5 Dustin Fox. Here behind traps. And they're away, and a 5 is out fast. That's Dustin Fox. So is 4 Smart Teddy. But it's 5 Dustin Fox leads up from 4. Oh, a bit of trouble there. 5 Dustin Fox leads. But look at Westmead Eagle now in second. Into the back straight. It's number 5. That's Dustin Fox from 6. Westmead Eagle in second. Tuller Rumble is third. Number 2. Into the third bend. And it's 5 Dustin Fox being challenged now by number 6 Westmead Eagle. Onto the final corner. And Dustin Fox out front. The hot favourite. He's in front. Coming up the straight. 6 Westmead Eagle running on strongly in second. But at the line, a close one. But number 5 Dustin Fox appears to have held on from 6 Westmead Eagle and 2 Tuller Rumble. The time 28.62. The winner, number 5 Dustin Fox, owned by Larry O'Rourke, trained by Keely McGee. Second, number 6 Westmead Eagle, and third, number 2 Tuller Rumble. The time 28.62.
Well, aren't you certainly no strangers to the winner's podium? This dog, he's been a great servant to you.
Fantastic, yeah, very nice. Bit of a disappointment that he went out of the Easter Cup actually, but to win the consolation in a great time was great. And I'm so pleased for the other dog as well, Westmead Eagle. He ran a blinder tonight, so that first and second is a first class. And we're going to head for the English Derby with him now.
And now moving on to the feature race of the night, the final of the €80,000 Donal Riley Easter Cup with a winner's purse of €50,000.
In 1, Roisin's Desi, owned by Diane Ban, trained by Nicky Turner, a son of Carlton Bale and Lagile Mini. Last year's Produce Stakes winner, running brilliantly here at the moment, and the real fancy from the inside trap. Number 2, a Han Lad, owned by the Over the Bar Syndicate, trained by Owen McKenna, a son of Larkill Joe and Daffodil Dance. This fella's in spectacular form at the moment, brilliant 28.42 in the previous round. Number 3 is Mineola Zeus, owned by Seamus McCluskey, trained by Seamus Graham. They won it last year with Mineola Faro. This fellow is a son of Top Honcho and Spurn Gift. He was favoured for last year's Produce Stakes. He's well housed. In 4, Dead Set, owned by Lottie Oram and Henning Olsen, a daughter Real Revenge and Miss Muggins. This is a blinding tracker. She can fly out, she stays forever. Big chance. Number 5, Charity Jack, won by the Ballydogger Syndicate, trained by Derek Keogh, a son of Mustang Jack and Charity Amy. He holds records in Clonmel. He has broken records in Thurles. A brilliant tracker on the provinces. Can he do it here in Dublin tonight? And on the outside in 6, the solitary wide seed, TYRUR Fracca, owned by PJ Fahey, trained by Paul Hennessy, son of Johannestown Cash and Bridget's Babes. He goes up well, he stays strongly, provided he doesn't give away too much ground on that opening bend. The final of the Donal Riley Easter Cup. The marginal favourite, number 1 Roisin's Desi, here behind traps, and they're away, and it's number 2 a Han Lad off to a flyer, leads up from 5 Charity Jack in second, and into the corners, number 2 a Han Lad in front, 5 Charity Jack in second, and then comes number 1 Roisin's Desi in third, but down the far side a Han Lad has gone on by 3 lengths from 5 Charity Jack in second, 1 Roisin's Desi is next, closing in third, but onto the final bend, and 2 a Han Lad out in front and stretching that advantage. Number 2 a Han Lad, clear turning for home. This is going to be emphatic. Number 2 a Han Lad, a brilliant run. He wins it. Number 2 a Han Lad, the winner. Second is number 5 Charity Jack, and I think number 1 Roisin's Desi third. The time is a sensational 28.21. The result of the Donal Riley Easter Cup final. The winner, number 2 a Han Lad, owned by the Over the Bar Syndicate, trained by Owen McKenna. Second, number 5 Charity Jack, and third, number 1 Roisin's Desi. The time 28.21.
Owen McKenna, you've had 2 unbelievable years, and it looks like 2006 is starting on the right note as well.
I thought it was going a bit backward last week with the other dog getting injured, and he stepped in as a great reserve. Like, you know, he's been a great little dog. Like, we bought him off the Burns, like, you know what I mean. Everyone knows he bought him handy enough, but the dog had a few little problems, and I probably have the best man in Ireland to check my dogs. Man from Cork, and like he found a few problems with the dog like that very few people would find. The dog's turned inside out, and you know it's great for the lads. I'm delighted because they were offered a big price for the dog after he won here. I started persuading them, like just 6 or 7 in the syndicate, and I persuaded them maybe hold on to him, like, you know, you'll have your good nights out. So Jesus, it's great to Did they get a few quid back?
You're after describing him as a reserve. You do realise it was 28-21, don't you? I'm sure you're doing the dog a bit of an injustice there.
Yeah, well, like going into the stake, he was probably the second string, you could say, behind Yemen, but I don't think Yemen would beat him tonight. There's not very few dogs that beat him tonight doing that sort of running.
It really was a sensational run, and I gather you'll be trying to get them to hold on to him still and maybe a crack at the Champion Stakes in Derby even.
Yeah, like I'd planned and the Ledger in Limerick might suit the dog. Like he's a good 550. He likes to run to the bend. He came away running tonight, but like they're Limerick lads. Limerick might suit him, and obviously back here for Champion Stakes or the Derby or whatever. But like it's great to get this one under the belt.
Well, we're after seeing a brilliant success there by a hand lad. Sean Herbert, you're the main man in the syndicate, I believe, the spokesman as such. And tell us how you got this dog.
12 months ago we bought a dog from Mick Byrne here in Dublin, and it was actually my father-in-law, Mick Kelly. Mick picked out the dog for us. Mick won the Derby here himself 2 years ago with Like a Shot. So Mary, my wife, said to me there last year, she said, why don't yourself and a few of the lads get together and buy a dog? So I got on to Mick. I said, Mick, you keep your ear to the ground and keep a lookout for a good dog for us. Because myself and the rest of the lads, we might be looking into the Liffey outside. All we know about picking out a good dog. So Mick said that he heard in that Mick Byrne had a dog for sale. So we came up here one night and bought the dog from Mick, and we never looked back since. I suppose really in the last 6 months we've got huge enjoyment from the dog. He won the Tiny Buds in Cork the week before Christmas. We thought it was absolutely brilliant. But to come here to Shelbourne Park tonight and win the Easter Cup is just, it's something you dream about. Absolutely fantastic. He's a great dog, and the one man I really have to thank for, and the one man that we a great depth of attitude or gratitude for this win tonight is Owen McKenna. He's absolutely fantastic. One of the best, if not the best trainers in the country. Owen has turned that dog inside out since he got him. Absolutely fantastic. So we're fierce lucky that Owen is on board with us as trainer. Absolutely fantastic. But we knew there was 6 fantastic dogs in the race here tonight. It was wide open race beforehand. It could have gone anywhere for any of the dogs. But we just knew that he was improving all the time. Like 2 weeks ago he did 28.70. Last week he did 28.42. So what can I say about tonight? Like 28.21 tonight. Absolutely brilliant. And we're just absolutely over the moon. And we'd like to thank all the supporters who travelled up from Mahan tonight and from Danesfort and Kilkenny. It's been absolutely brilliant. Huge crowd from Kilkenny here as well as Limerick tonight. Brilliant. So we're over the moon, thrilled. So I'm sure we mightn't go home for a couple of days,
Well done, Sean. I'm sure you have some celebrating to do.
Thanks very much, Ian. Thanks a million.
Well, Donald, this is the 3rd year you've sponsored the Easter Cup. You couldn't be happier with the results you've got.
It's been a fantastic competition again. I mean, it's just amazing me now, the quality of the competition every year. We've had 6 fantastic runners tonight. There's been upsets throughout the competition, a lot of surprises, favourites going to one side and leaving it a little bit more open. I mean, I don't think you could have easily predicted the winner tonight, but at the same time you look at the time and it proves the quality that was in the competition and the quality of the race. We had a track record broken 2 years ago, and we weren't far off it again tonight. So I mean, it's fantastic. It's great to be involved in it, and it's great for in this case a syndicate. It was fantastic to see so many involved, and it's a great win now, and I was delighted. It was a great night and a great crowd here as well tonight.
Well, that's it for the Easter Cup. It really has been a top-class competition. We've seen some shocks, we've also seen some top-class performances, and the best of all came in the final with a hand lad coming out triumphant in 28-21.
Join us next week for all the action from the Texaco Special Olympics race night from Kilcohen Park, the final of the Northwest Oaks from Lifford, and highlights of the quarterfinals of the Red Mills and ISDO Produce Stakes from Clonmel.
For a complete fixtures list and more information, log on to the Irish Greyhound website at www.igb.ie.